Did anybody else just get 10 minutes ago a email from Nolan Simon Hersa saying invited to a Zoom Gov meeting, board meeting now?
Yeah, Nolan just sent them we didn't see to the folks we didn't see on the registration list.
Okay.
But you
It
may
said board meeting too. Okay.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I see 1 o'clock. We'll give it another minute, just to ensure we reach quorum before we get started. But it looks like we're almost there. Just waiting. It looks like on someone from HRSA. They're joining us today. All right, I have 2 minutes after. We're confirming if someone from HRSA is able to join us today, Dr. McGee, but I think in the interest of time, we should get started.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the April 10th OPTN Executive Committee meeting. We're going to go ahead and get started. Next slide. So the first thing will be the call to order and the quorum. There's a link in the chat. Please go ahead. I know that at least there are at least two people I'm not anticipating being here. I think they communicated to the AIR team as well. But we'll see if we have a quorum.
Just waiting on confirmation, that number. Quorum has been reached, Dr. McGee.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. And do we have a HRSA representation or?
We do not have a HRSA represented. We are the AIR team is reaching out to see if anyone will be joining us.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Thank you.
thank you.
Just want to make sure. Okay, so perfect. The next item of to discuss is the agenda or the meeting conduct. So again, encourage everyone to keep on their video cameras, keep your microphone muted. Closed captioning is available, and use the raise hand function to speak, just so people can hear and process in real time and kind of restrain or limit chat function to technical issues. As a reminder, this is an open session. After the open session, the executive committee will then move into closed session. Next slide is the agenda. So first, we're going to approve the meeting minutes from the March 13th EC meeting. I'll give some brief updates, opportunity for other new business, and then we'll move into closed session and adjourn. Next slide. So the first item is approval of the March 13th summary. The summary has been circulated to committee members prior to this meeting. We've put forward a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Next slide, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
So.
The vote link has been placed in the chat. If I could ask all executive committee members to click on that link and vote now. Just awaiting the three. The sum approved, 8 approved, 0 rejects, 0 abstain. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, everybody. So they gives brief update on two items. One is discontinuation, I believe. Perfect. So last week, the OPTN issued an announcement regarding the discontinuation of COVID era practice guidance that was enacted during the public health emergency to manage patients that were temporarily not good candidates. Specifically, the patients could be listed for donors aged 98 to 99 years. With the resolution of the COVID era practice, that listing practice has been discontinued. That was sent out to all the members. This also, so that practice should cease. Patients should be made inactive through standard mechanisms. Additionally, this fits in a larger effort to just make sure that there's no inadvertent use of, or inadvertent or use of listing criteria that would make people inactive to functionally inactive to receive an organ. So we're working on a technologic solution that would allow some real-time screening, building out some specifications regarding that to just make sure that the criteria were not inadvertently entered into the system for donor screening. The other item on update, and entertain questions after this, is that we're planning for national town hall meetings. These are going to be on April 28th and May 13th. They're scheduled to be 90 minutes. This is an opportunity to engage the broader national audience, especially in lieu of the fact that the spring meetings regional meetings will not be occurring. There'll be an opportunity for both an update from both the OPTN board as well as HRSA, and then there'll be opportunity for questions from the broader membership. Registration will open next week. There'll be communication going out from the OPTN to members next week, and likely on a weekly basis after that. I encourage anyone to both register. There will also be an opportunity with registration to submit questions in advance of the town hall, and there will also be the opportunity for registrants to pose questions during the town hall that would either be answered during that forum or subsequently. So those are the two updates. Are there any questions from the executive committee about those two items, or
how do you anticipate creating the agenda for the town hall?
we will be discussing at the board leadership meeting with HRSA. Basically, will be both an update of kind of where HRSA updates as well as where things stand within the OPTN. If you have agenda items that you think are specifically worthwhile, let us know.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. They'll be pretty much aligned with what we've been doing with other updates, but. All right, no questions on that. I'm now opening the floor for either new. Go ahead.
George has one.
Okay, sorry, George, I didn't see your hands.
Is there going to be any forum within that for the regional counselors to give a brief update of what's going on in their region, since we're not going to have national meetings, or we're not going to have spring meetings? Give them some time within the town hall meeting to talk about what's happening in each region.
I think that that's a valuable thing to consider. I'm not sure that hour 60 90 minutes is an effective use for 11 regions, but I think we could we certainly should get an update from those groups. Maybe we can have some offline, another meeting of the regional counselors with HRSA and the OPTN leadership, which we've had at least 2 of, and just feel if there are any specific items they want to address.
All right, thanks.
Does that make sense, George? Because I definitely a good idea, but I don't see that being particularly
No,
effective. And
there's not time.
okay, yeah, great. Doug, can we make sure we do that?
I took note.
Okay, thanks. All right. All right. With that, I'm going to open it up. Doug, let me know if I'm missing any hands, but I don't see any. Let me know. So with that, I'll open the floor up for any new business prior or old business prior to moving into closed session. Okay, I don't see any hands,
Seeing
Doug. No
no
hands.
hands.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'd like to thank the public who may have tuned in today, and we're now going to move into closed session.
Thank you. I know that the team will be moving us into closed session. I will confirm once we are formally in closed session.